I guess it's never really done, you know. You're
No,
always
it's not.
on to the next season until you retire. And even with climbing, even once you retire, you continue the sport onward. Outside masters competitions, it doesn't end until you really want it to, which is cool.
Hiroto Shimizu, next climber. Here he comes again, waiting in the doorway for a little while before he comes out. Couple of finals for him last year. You might remember he put on a great show in Briançon. Here he is in a home World Cup in a final where we're missing a couple of the big names. Jakob Schubert still back in Europe. Adam Ondra went back to Europe after Xiamen. There's a couple of people missing who quite frequently feature on the podium, and that leaves an opportunity for someone to take. Is Hiroto Shimizu the man? Taking a good look at the route. Let Sabile know he's on his way, and off he goes.
Hiroto is definitely a climber who's more than capable of taking a win, I think, at a World Cup level. But whether this particular route will suit his style, I'm not so sure. He tends to favour the more endurance-based sort of climbing. So I think if he makes it through the low sections, he could climb quite well through the upper parts of the route. It's just whether or not he can coordinate those movements and that sort of thing. I haven't really seen him bouldering too much in the past, and I know he really favours those routes like we were saying before, where you can it's just a matter of grabbing the next hold and who gets tired first.
Yeah, I'd say he's kind of as close as Japan have got to an out-and-out lead climber.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He's for sure a specialist. You can see it just in the way that he moves on the wall, the way he approaches climbing. His general rhythm is very characteristic of like classic old school lead climbing. He's got super strong fingers, really precise work in his shoulders. It's just kind of like a steady progression the whole way up the wall, rather than a set of boulder problems kind of strung together.
It's one of the great things about the sport is the contrasting styles. But yeah, he's got that lovely smooth style, very efficient. They're the four climbers who've already climbed. Sitting on the couch is just off to the left of the wall as we look at it. Plenty of time left, but we said he's a relatively steady climber. If he was looking for a top, I think he probably would need to speed up just a little bit.
Yeah,
more than a third of his time used up.
Yeah, 2 minutes is a long time to have used kind of before where we saw any of the other climbers start resting. I think you get a lot of nice holds in the next few quick draws that it's more wise to shake out on than prior to this jump.
Again, has a little shake. Now, what method will he use here? We saw Timmermans put right hand down, and then we saw Yuki Hada jump out with the feet. He does the same as his compatriot.
Just like perfect. It was like as soon as he decided that he was going to move, everything came together instantly, and I think that's super important with jumps like that. You know, you take the time to be established in your plan and what you want to do, and then you just have to execute, because you only get one go, so you have to put everything into whatever method that you choose.
Less than half of his 6 minutes still left on the clock for Hiroto Shimizu. So he needs to get a little bit of a move on. 28 plus, still the high point to try and beat.
It's certainly enough time to take the high point. Whether he's going to have enough time at his current pace to finish the route, I wouldn't be so sure, but he's climbing well nevertheless.
Crowd are beginning to make a bit of noise now, cheering him on. Getting pretty close now. This will be a new high point if he can latch the next hold.
He really just doesn't look too phased yet. No problems at all.
Smooth as you like. So that's him into first place with a 29, and now from here on out, he's just pushing that high point further and further away from the competition. That's 31, 42 moves in total on this wall.
And he's picked up the pace a little bit. I'd say that he's got more than enough time to finish the route if it comes to it.
Suddenly just cheeks beginning to puff out a little bit to convey just how hard he's trying. Again, head rocked back with the effort of making that move work. 1:10 left on the clock. He's really stepped up the pace here, and he's had to as well. He's getting tired. He's running out of time. He's got a minute left. Tried to go out with the right hand, so the third of those dual texture holes, and couldn't quite stick it, but he will find himself in a very comfortable first place. 10 moves clear of anyone else, Hiroto Shimizu. Really strong performance, comfortably the best we've seen anyone look on the wall so far. And he has the lead with only 4 climbers to go. Stefano Gisolfi, Sean McCall, Sean Bailey and Alberto Hidez Lopez still to go. This is when he made a very quick decision and executed it perfectly. Now he's starting to look pretty tired.
場選手の皆さんおよびプレゼンターの皆様、最後ご登壇ください。皆様